Ma'am, right please, right please.
Light or light? Light. Light लेके आए.
Ma'am, right please.
यहाँ पे रवि सामने. चलो हो गया. One second. Let the kids come. Kids. Let the kids come.
आगे कोई जाने वाला नहीं है.
Yeah, you can. Some of them can kneel down.
मित्र तुम्हारे Ma'am, left. Ma'am, right please. ये मित्र हाथ काट रहे.
चलो. Done. Please. Done. एक सेकंड पीछे ना. Sit down.
जागे वर घेऊ ते स्टेज वर घेऊ. Ma'am, right please.
अरे हाथ निकाल रहे. एक पिक्चर के लिए.
Ladies and gentlemen. Well, you will get a lot of opportunity to take pictures in just some time, but we've got to finish the grand finale of the quiz. Abhi round 3 baki hai, my dear friends. Can we have everyone settle down? The big round 3, the grand finale of 7 Seas Mastermind is still to go. I would request everyone to kindly settle down. Please do take a moment and put. And I would request Ms. Chetrali Joshi, Brand Manager Merck, to present her with a bouquet, a floral welcome. Our second guest today, ladies and gentlemen, is Mr. Anand Nambiar, Managing Director of Merck India and General Manager of Merck Healthcare. His responsibilities include developing and implementing growth strategies across all of Merck businesses in India. A very, very warm welcome, sir. Once again, a lovely floral welcome for him. And our third guest this lovely afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, is Dr. Mrs. Vandana Lulla, the director of the Podda Group of Schools and the Dean of Podda World College. She is a very well-known and a leading educationist with a wealth of experience in the world of education. A very, very warm welcome, ma'am. Thank you, Chetrali. All right, so it's my time that I get to pose one question each to all of our three special individuals here. I'm going to start with Ms. Raveena. A very warm welcome. You look lovely. I'm going to pose the question first.
Okay, now you're a mother of 4 kids. And parenting and teaching and learning has been sort of a part and parcel from really early on. So if there are some tips that you would want to give out to parents of how to balance 4 kids and bring them up really, really well.
Well, really well is not what I can give a certificate yet. But yes, my older two, who are not my biological kids, but I brought them in when they were very young. My older one was 11 and my younger one was 8. And now they are married women with their jobs and their own kids and their own apartments. And when I look at them, I say, thank you, God, I think I did a good job. And my younger ones, who are my biological kids, are 9 and 11 now. And on the way, but I can say, yes, they are well rounded up kids. Because as much as I believe that education is very, very necessary, it opens your mind, and that's the bane of life. Honestly, that's where you go, where you reach. All depends on the education that you get in school, which I'd like to congratulate Vandana with for heading her empire so fantastically. But also at home. And education at home is also very, very necessary. And I don't mean the books education, but I mean a general awareness of what is going on in the world, and what pristine examples I've seen right now on stage. These 4 groups of children have wowed me. I mean, that I think also comes from a bit of the interest that the parents take in their children, So that's very, very necessary. I also would take this opportunity, sorry, not only answering your question, but I would like to congratulate 7Cs and their entire team for something so fabulous, giving kids an actual opportunity. You are just not a brand, I believe, that only, kind of promotes, but I think you walk the talk, and that is very, very important. So congratulations, 7Cs. I am today proud to be associated with you. I've been with 7Cs from the inception at the time when they came into India, and I can only say that they have a genuine interest, as what you can see at the level that they have these initiatives that they are propelling kids into a brighter future. I think is just fantastic and commendable. Thank you, 7Cs, from, I think, on behalf of all the parents, for giving us this opportunity to be here, and for us, that you've invited us to watch this whole magnificent, arrival of our new generation. I am so wowed by all those 8 children that were here. Congratulations to all 8 of you. Wherever you all are sitting, I can't spot you. But you are splendid. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, you missed out on the fight of the brains we had a little earlier on in the first 2 rounds. Absolutely spectacular. All 20 of them were phenomenal. Now on to you, Mr. Nambiar. Of course, 7Cs has been, revolutionizing the way parents have been worrying about the brain development. But to put together this journey of, this new property of 7Cs masterminds, how did that come about? What was the idea behind that, putting this quiz competition together, making sure that parents are able to, teach the kids the right way so that they can really, come out with flourishing flying colors?
So 7Cs has been around for, I think, 80 years or so. And if you look around in the marketplace, there are a plethora of brands that talk about nutrition, health, and so on. So as a parent myself, I'm bombarded with information in the marketplace that talk about what is good for your kids, what's not good for your kids, and so on. So we wanted to put a program together which really highlights the importance of nutrition and health for children, and specifically in terms of brain development for children. And given the pressures in our world and what the kids have to go through on a daily basis, we needed to emphasize something that brought the education element and tie it in with the nutrition element with children. And that's the impetus of 7Cs Academy.
Lovely. Let's have a big, big round of applause. It's a lovely initiative. As a student, I used to love quizzes. Like, this was my favoriteest extracurricular activity. So when they got me on board to do this, I was so thrilled. You said it. Yes, I would love that to happen. Vandana ma'am, I'm sure you've been dealing with kids for the longest time. And learning has been a part of the journey. You learn from kids, you teach kids. It's just been like a journey of give and take. But when you really talk about teaching a kid, like ma'am said, it's an all-round development. So if you were to summarize and put it in, a brief for all of us, especially our parents, how would you do that today?
Thank you very much, and I really appreciate 7C's initiative of giving this opportunity and platform to many kids, 60,000 kids in the country. I think a big hand of applause for 7C's to start with. And I know winning and losing is a part of the game, so all 20 kids, another big hand of applause for each one of you to make it till here. So when you talk about parents and you talk about schooling, I think these two absolutely go together. And I like what Raveena said. And it's true that two things that I say are most important for children. I know parents think that education comes automatically in school. However, there is a lot behind before they actually come into school, right from when they are children to when they grow up as teenagers or adults. I think two things that I feel is a challenge for us in schools is nutrition and sleep, the right kind of nutrition that kids need to get. And I think sleep is another important aspect that you think loses on today's kids, especially with the kind of exposure that these kids have today, with the kind of technology. You can see a lot of moms shaking their heads over there. And I think that the challenge for parents today is to make sure that they're able to give the two most important aspects to their children is to sleep for a number of hours that is required. And the second is the right kind of diet, right kind of nutrition. And I know that teaching and learning is all about the child. And the challenge for a school then, at school, is to make sure how they create that environment for today's children. And I think with the kind of exposure that kids have today, how do you arouse that curiosity with kids? How do you arouse that kind of opportunity for the children? Is to create that kind of environment, use a lot of teaching techniques. The pedagogy is what really then allows them to explore and go further. So I think that these are two challenges for today's parents, and that's what they need to look into.
Thank you so much for really putting it all together for us. Sleep, nutrition, of course, 7C's helping us there with great brain development, and Ms. Raveena has already said, parenting is an important part where you give them love and support and everything put together. A great kid is right there. All right, to take this afternoon forward, ladies and gentlemen, I would request Ms. Raveena Tandon to address all of us and talk about this special occasion. You want to say something else? Anything that talks about how this quiz competition is going to be super exciting and it's a step forward for all of us?
Like I said in my earlier introduction conversation, actually, it cannot be a speech. I, number one, am very proud, like I said, to be associated with 7C's. And coming back to that point a little, I'll tell you why. As a mother, and I'm sure a lot of mothers here are worried about their children in today's day and age, the kind of pressures our children go through. I'm sure a lot of you remember जब हमारे टाइम का भी था, जब हम स्कूल में थे, हम लोग तो आके बैग्स पटक के नीचे भाग जाते थे बिल्डिंग में खेलने के लिए या मैदान में खेलने के लिए. और रात को 7:30-8 बजे जब हमारी मम्मियाँ चिंतित होती थी, तब चिल्लाती थी, अरे आ जाओ अभी घर डिनर का टाइम हो गया. तब तक तो हम लोग खेलते ही रहते थे. कभी साकली खेल रहे हैं, हाइड एंड सीक खेल रहे हैं, डबा स्पाइस खेल रहे हैं. आई एम श्योर यू आर ऑल फेमिलियर विद ऑल दीज गेम्स. बट टुडेज चिल्ड्रन, I rarely see children playing down on open grounds these days. How many of our children, only those who are pursuing football or cricket or something like that will be playing down. But these ordinary, normal games which used to be are lost. The time that we had in the sunlight, which we used to be without sunblock and this protective creams which paranoid mothers do. हम लोग तो पूरा दिन swimming जाते थे तो 9 बजे जाते थे pool में अपने haversacks लेके रात को 6 बजे लौटते थे. No sunblocks, no creams, nothing. But that, I feel, in today's day and age is a little lost. For me, I grew up, when I first associated with 7Cs, I told them a genuine fact. I said, I grew up with taking 7Cs capsules. That was a must which my mother always gave me. My base was strong, besides all the other things that were provided to us. We grew up with stronger immune systems. We grew up with stronger nutrition. That's what I feel. Today, when I see my children, they come back from school, they're ready to go for another class, then they're going for another class. Even games and sports are taught in classes these days. I mean, the training that goes on, whether it is music or it is dancing or it is football or it is swimming, they're all divided into classes. Children are running from one class to the other, then they come back, then they're doing homework, then there is a review before Diwali, then after Diwali again reviews are starting. मैं तो पागल हो गई हूँ. So what do you do under these circumstances? How do you give your children that base which will be strong, that will carry them on lifelong? I prescribe 2 things most definitely. Most definitely. 1, 7Cs and proper nutrition. 2, pure ghee. Pure ghee parathas, you can't beat that. But like I said, my childhood has been with growing up with 7Cs. And so when I was associated with the brand, it gave me so much pleasure because here was a brand which was not only a product. They sat with me and they genuinely spoke and they took my input as a mother. What I feel children need today, what are the pressures that the parents go through? How do you give your child that little extra bit for him, for a proper brain development, for a proper nutritional, balanced diet, which probably in today's day and age, because of junk food again, children are not getting. So for me, it was very, very important to get into the whole thing of it. And I can thankfully say so, that I am proud today that 7Cs is just not a promotional or another thing in the market. Believe you me, of what I see, each step, each initiative that they are taking is actually propelling the children towards a better, healthier, a nutritionalist, brain developing kind of a concept where they give you everything as a package. And that is what I'm very, very happy to be associated with. Both my children do not let go of their, whatever their daily intake, what I do give them. I'm sure a lot of you parents over here, I think you all should all be proud. The reason that you all are here, your children brought you here with their brains. So give a big hand of, applause for your children for bringing you all here. Be proud of them. So, I mean, laying everything to rest at the moment, I think I've made myself very passionately clear as to what I feel about the kind of development that we are giving our children today and where they are losing out on those basic things which we grew up with. So then how do you, compensate for that? True. So these are the important things, and like I said, you guys are actually walking the talk. You're not only talking about a certain thing, but you're making it happen for them. So I think it's great.
Absolutely. I think it's always a generation thing also, how my parents would tell me what they did, and I would probably end up telling my kids what I did. But it's a journey, it's a beautiful journey, and how we can incorporate everything which is new, plus combine it with the old and make something new, because the kids will learn that much more. Mr. Nambiar, if you were to add something to this beautiful concept today, and along with how kids are growing up so quickly, of course, you've got some of the smartest kids in the house today. So just to add to all of that, your thoughts on it?
I do have a speech, so maybe...
Absolutely.
Thank you, Ms. Raveena, and thank you, Dr. Vandana. Thank you to the children, parents, and members of the media for joining us this very special.
It's that part of the afternoon now when we are ready with our results. But first, we've got 20 very, very talented geniuses in the house with us, and we must reach out to them and award them for working so hard throughout this contest and making it so far. So I would request all of our dignitaries to come forward and present each one of the kids that I would call out the names of. We would be presenting them with a Kindle from Amazon. So all of you will get to take home something really, really special for all that hard work. All right, I have the names here. All the kids ready? First name, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready with our list of students to come up on stage and receive their participation prizes. First from Ahmedabad, Global Indian International School, please welcome Dhruv Bhatt. Also from Ahmedabad, our next student is from Nagri School. Please welcome Heth Ranjit Bhai Tergar. Next also from Ahmedabad, Nagri School, there is Heth Ranjit Bhai Tergar. Next, let's welcome a talent from Bangalore, Army Public School, Khushi Bidhusia. Khushi. Congratulations to Khushi from Bangalore Army Public School. Very, very well done. Also from Bangalore, our next genius is from Rashtriya Military School, Rajat Gangawar. All the photographs. Secondary School, we have Arvind Kumar. He's a tough one, he doesn't smile.
Smile ki there. वापस आ गया.
Also from Chennai, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Kumara Raja Mukaya Higher Secondary School, Ganesh Chopra. Also participating. Come on, Ganesh.
Ganesh.
Hi, Ganesh. All the parents, you can be absolutely rest assured. All
Raveena ji, left. Raveena ji, left.
next we move to Trichy and from Saraswati. Alright, next also from Trichy, Singh and Higher Secondary English School. Let's make some noise for Armanish. Hey Armanish, come on, say cheese. Parents, can we have a round of applause for all of our kids who've done so well? Come on, let's make some noise. Next we come to Hamchi Mumbai. From Mumbai. School Art. Please welcome Dwar Shah.
Mumbai. Ma'am, left. अरे काय लेफ्ट करतोय बघायला पाहिजे ना कॅमेरा लेफ्ट समोरच बघते समोरच बघते आमची मुंबई या शाळेतली खतम हो गया लाइट
अभी क्यों लाइट चालू
सेवन सीज़ के साथ मेरा बहुत ही लंबा एसोसिएशन है। जब से पहली बार हिंदुस्तान में इन्होंने एक ये पूरा अपना स्प्रेड किया द होल बिजनेस एक्चुअली इन अ वे सिंस देन आई हैव बीन एसोसिएटेड विद देम एंड इसको हो गए काफ़ी साल। मैं समझती हूँ कि ये सिर्फ इनका एक जो अप्रोच है ये ऐसा नहीं है कि हम सिर्फ एक बिज़नेस कंपनी हैं और हम सिर्फ एक प्रोडक्ट को मार्केट कर रहे हैं, ऐसा सोचिए। ये वाकई में जेन्युइनली एक आगे जो हमारी फ्यूचर जनरेशन्स हैं उनको बढ़ावा देना चाहते हैं, उनको एक ब्राइटर फ्यूचर की तरफ लेके जाना चाहते हैं। इट्स नॉट ओनली थ्रू न्यूट्रिशन, जैसे कि आज का इनिशिएटिव था, इट इज़ ऑल्सो थ्रू एजुकेशन। तो एक वो बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट बात हो जाती है, तो बच्चे इन्वॉल्व हो जाते हैं और फिर एक अवेयरनेस लोगों में भी ये भी फैलती है कि अगर हमारे बच्चे इस मुकाम तक पहुंच रहे हैं जहां वो जनरल नॉलेज में एक्सेल कर रहे हैं, तो उसके पीछे क्या है, उसके पीछे बहुत ही ज़रूरी है माँ बाप को ये भी जो है ना पाल पोषण होता है वो बहुत ज़रूरी होता है। तो उस न्यूट्रिशन बैलेंस को कैसे रखना चाहिए जो हमारी बॉडी को ज़रूरतें हैं जो ओमेगा 3 फैटी एसिड्स वगैरह होते हैं जो हमारे बॉडी के लिए, वो किस तरीके से ब्रेन डेवलपमेंट और एक बॉडी डेवलपमेंट के लिए ज़रूरी है। तो इस बात को बढ़ावा देना चाहते हैं टू अ हेल्दियर एंड अ ब्राइटर एंड अ मोर इंटेलिजेंट फ्यूचर फॉर आवर चिल्ड्रन। सो आई थिंक दैट टच्ड मी अ लॉट and I am very very proud to be associated with them for a cause like this.
Looking at all this, will this remind you something your childhood memories?
No, I was not this smart. But these are super kids. They are very very smart kids.
Sir, tell us एक second.
Ms. Raveena has been extremely hands-on working with Seven Seas. She's been an ambassador for us for 5 years now, roughly.
Yeah, a little
Or
more,
a little
yeah.
more than that. And she is one of the evangelists for Seven Seas as a user, as a mother. And so we're very glad to have her on our team.
रवीना जी, जो अभी करेंसी चेंजेस जो आई हैं, जो मोदी ने की हैं, उस बारे में आपको क्या कहना है और आप कितनी डिफिकल्टी फेस कर रहे हैं?
मैं बिल्कुल डिफ़िकल्टी फेस नहीं कर रही हूँ। लकीली बच्चों के पिगी बैंक्स में छुट्टे काफ़ी थे जो हम सब तोड़ के यूज़ कर रहे हैं। तो बट आई थिंक इट इज़ अ ग्रेट थिंग, लेकिन थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा। अगर हमारे देश को सुधार की तरफ लाना है तो थोड़ी तकलीफ़ें हम आम जनता को और हम लोगों को भी सहनी पड़ेंगी, लेकिन आप आगे की तरफ अगर देखेंगे तो सुधार ही होगा। आप जिस तरीके से देख रहे हैं वीडियोस वगैरह लोग जो पोस्ट कर रहे हैं, जो लोग करेंसियाँ जला रहे हैं, वो सब फेक नोट्स हैं, वो सब जाली नोट्स हैं। तो आप समझिए कि हमारी इकोनॉमी कैसे सफ़र कर रही है। और ये जहाँ पे मैं तो लोगों को बोलती हूँ, आप लोग यूएस एम्बेसी की वीज़ा लेने जाते हो तो 3 दिन लाइन में खड़े होते हो, वो आपके लिए ठीक है, लेकिन आप अपने देश की सुधार के लिए थोड़ी 2 दिन 3 दिन की तकलीफ़ें नहीं सह सकते हो। तो आप फ्यूचर की सोचिए। एंड आई थिंक इट्स अ ग्रेट मूव। जो सारा धन एक्चुअली हमारे देश के बढ़ावे के लिए लगना चाहिए था, वो लोगों ने छुपा छुपा के रखा था, और वो सब अब निकल रहा है। आई थिंक इट्स अ ग्रेट मूव, इट्स अ वेरी ब्रेव, वेरी गट्सी मूव। मतलब उनको ये फिक्र नहीं है कि मैं अगले इलेक्शन में हार जाऊंगा या जीत जाऊंगा, उनको ये है कि मैं जब तक हूँ शायद मैं कंट्री सुधार के जाऊँ, और वो एक गट्स वाली बात है। आई एम वेरी हैप्पी विद दिस। थैंक यू। रवि